The Judgment Day versus Edge and Rey Mysterio. And, of course, they've told story on TV that Rey asked for Edge to be his partner instead of Dominic because he wants the experience. Dominic understands, blah, blah, blah. Edge did a big entrance in a lucha mask and outfit. Was that new music that he had, or did you pay attention?
Well, I didn't pay that close of attention.
Well, you're tired, aren't you? You're a tired man today.
I'm a little tired, but also when I was fully awake and watching that show, I didn't pay that close of attention.
All right.
If I'm going to be fair. Yeah.
The Judgment Day entrance was cool. They had the dark storm clouds and the lightning strikes and everything, and then their spooky lighting. And that's, again, that's the way to do a spooky, supernatural-looking group. You don't actually expect people to believe that they do drink blood and show them removing people's eyeballs. Give them a cool, spooky entrance with storm clouds and lightning. The only problem was Finn Balor's still in this group, and goddamn, he ruins that. I'd like to see Finn in the corner and let Rhea and Damian be the team. But anyway, you had Rey Mysterio and Finn Balor there to do spots. You had Edge and Priest to fight. Did you notice in the middle of that whole thing, out of nowhere, they did the Rock and Roll Express, Midnight Express, block the partner in the turnbuckle spot that we used to do on spot shows. That's an old Tennessee spot from the 70s where you go to shoot the guy off corner to corner and his partner runs up and gets on the buckle, and when he hits it blocks the impact, right? And then you reverse it on the heels and fuck them up. So they're doing Tennessee spot show spots in Cardiff. Priest here, he's got really great heel attitude and good body language. And I like his work when he's not with somebody that just wants to trade fancy kicks and duck kicks and it looks like a goddamn, low-budget martial arts movie. But anyway, there was a bunch of stuff that took place. And finally, as Priest has been speared by Edge, and they're on the floor, and Finn shit-canned Rey Mysterio and went for the fucking stomp, Dominic drew the referee, and Rey Hurricane Rana'd Finn off the top, but then Rhea beat up Dominic, and Rey dove out of the ring and wiped out Dominic and Rhea Ripley, and then Finn went for a dive, but Dominic tripped him. When he hit the ropes before he could dive, Dominic tripped him, so then Rey hit the 619 and Edge speared him, boom, 1, 2, 3, big pop. That's what I wrote down. It seems like so long ago. But if you'll notice, I said Finn was in control, Brian, as you'll remember, when he hit the ropes to do the big dive and Dominic tripped him and he fell on his face, right?
Right.
So, what goddamn sense did it make as soon as the 1, 2, 3 and the big pop and everybody blah, 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 the heels leave, that Dominic turns around and kicks Edge in the balls and then clotheslines his father? Why did they have to put the spot in where 2 minutes before that he actually helped his father and, fucking Uncle Edge by tripping the other guy? So anyway, but Dominic got booed out of the building and the Judgment Day laughed about it, but now Dominic is a troubled youth that probably will join the Judgment Day. Either that or he and Julia Hart are going to go out and start dating. What'd you think?
Julia Hart's part of a different faction in a different company that may or may not still exist, for the record.
What, the company or the faction?
We just saw Father versus Son with Billy Gunn and Colton Gunn.
Yes, we did.
Wasn't a big fan of it there. It's a little more palatable with Dominic and Rey. I don't know why. Maybe because I'm desperate for them to do something else with Dominic.
Well, it's being done better, and also they're actually making something out of it, but still.
Did he turn to the dark side? If that's what we're going to call, well, that was where you guys were from. Did he turn to the bad side because he's just all of a sudden bad, or like was he promised a date with Rhea Ripley, or how did this happen? He was getting kidnapped and beaten up. He was getting beaten up minutes before this.
They've got some kind of strange mental hold that they exert, the Judgment Day, on people and draw them into their orbit. If they don't, they should. So feel free to use that idea, guys.